Hello there. Welcome to the Programming in Kotlin Fundamental course. In this course, you'll learn all the fundamental concepts you need to know to program crazy and cool things in one of the most beautiful programming languages out there, Kotlin. Specifically, you'll learn how to assign and manipulate values. You'll also see how to manage the flow of your programs, how to execute a piece of code multiple times without having to write it more than once or execute code only if a condition is met. You'll see how to declare your own functions to wrap powerful behaviors to make it reusable. Finally, you'll learn how to work with values which may or may not be there, also called nullables. If you're interested in Android development and you're new to Android, please check out your first Kotlin Android app, an app from scratch, and the Polishing the App courses before diving into this one. Those courses will get you started with the concept of Android development as well as some of the core concepts in the Kotlin programming language by building a small and fun app called Bullseye. If you haven't checked it out, don't worry, you'll go over these concepts in this course once more. If you have already watched your first Kotlin Android app courses, you've already learned 5 major core concepts in Kotlin. The first is declaring variables and constants. When you want to declare a variable, meaning that its value can be changed, you use var. If you don't want the value to change, you want to declare a constant, you use val. The second is using the standard Kotlin types, such as ints, which represent whole numbers like 1, 2, and 3, or strings, which represent a series of characters, for example, the name John. The third concept is about converting and comparing types and values. For example, you can turn a string into an integer or vice versa. The fourth concept you've learned is about branching in programming using if statements. When you use an if, you can tell the program what to do if some condition is met or what else it needs to do if it isn't. Within the if, you put the condition you want to check, and within the block, the code that runs if the condition is true. And the last concept is about declaring your own functions and using functions which already exist in the system. You can call functions by using their name and adding parentheses at the end. And if there are any parameters the function takes, you have to pass in appropriate arguments. Functions can return values, but they don't have to. Don't worry if these concepts seem overwhelming or if you haven't grasped them entirely. You can review the previous course or keep watching this one because I'll make sure you can recite and recognize them in your sleep. This course will start off by giving you a glimpse into several new concepts from programming in Kotlin. In the first part, you'll download and install the IntelliJ IDE, the official integrated development environment for Kotlin made by JetBrains. You refresh your knowledge of constants and variables and how the standard Kotlin data types work. You learn about comments and how using them can sometimes clarify or even document your code. You will use Boolean expressions to represent if your code meets a condition or not, and if statements to branch the code according to those conditions. All this will give you a good amount of knowledge to handle more complex topics in Kotlin and programming. I'm just too excited to start writing some Kotlin code, and I hope you are too. So buckle up and let's get started.